So guys, man, we really need to wake up. Let's know what we are doing. Ẹ jẹ́ ká mọ̀ nǹkan tá à ń ṣe ní 2025 o. This is no time to be for Igbo to be fighting Yoruba, Yoruba to be fighting Igbo. All this we are liberation that we are seeking, that we are fighting for everything. Number one, don't think nothing is going back to as it was before. Nothing is going back to normal. There is nothing normal again, and there is nothing that will be normal according to your religious book. This is the revelation time. Nothing is going back to as it was. All this liberation that we are fighting for, Yoruba nation fighting, the Biafra nation fighting, all this is not the solution. We are all in this together. Our problem is one. Let's face it as one people. And from time we are one people. If you go back to history, if you go back to the true history, Bantu, Naija, Congo, we are all one. This is Yoruba, Igbo, Benin, going to South Africa, Central Africa. We are all one. We used to be one from time. We all came from one ancestry. According to the Bible, that it says Judah, the Judah kingdom and Israel kingdom that was splitted in ancient times. In the end time, they will come back together with one ruler, one nation. That is us the Bible is talking about. Meaning that South Africa, West Africa, Igbo, Yoruba, Bantu, everybody, in the end of all this liberation fight and everything, we are going back to be one. Normal, everybody has his own space, has his own inheritance, just like in the old times. And yet, in that old time, they had one ruler before they was splitted into two. That is what we are. That is where we are going back to. That is what we should be working towards. So, Yoruba nation, Biafra, everybody, South Africa, everybody, let's start working on how we can come together and face this problem of mental slavery, spiritual slavery that has kept us in bondage for decades. It is because we are not united. That is why we've been finding it hard to get out of this bondage. Once we start uniting, once Igbo, starting from youth, Igbo youth and Yoruba youth, once we unite, okay, let's face this problem together. Let's put an end to all these foreign gods, foreign religion, foreign way of life and everything. We will surely get out of this. Everything goes back to the new head. All this problem we are facing, the solution, by the time we get the solution, which is going back to our roots, going back to our foundation, our ancestral roots, our culture and belief, we will certainly get out of it. The Bible talks about, according to the prophecies, end time prophecies, that the Jerusalem temple will be rebuilt. And when it is rebuilt, every nation will have to be going there to worship. And any nation that doesn't go will suffer for it. Egypt and the Gentile world, any nation that doesn't go to Jerusalem to worship God, Eledumare, will suffer. That is the time we are getting to. Just like in the old times here too, the story that was changed, which is the Ifa story, how Ifa how Ifa is being worshipped, how everybody in the world used to come to the Yoruba land to worship Ifa once in a year. Go to your history. Igbo, Yoruba, Bini, everybody. We are one family in the olden times, in the olden days. And Ifa belongs to all of us. Orunmila is the ancestor of all of us. We all used to worship Ifa together. We all used to go to the temple, Ifa temple, to worship Eledumare once a year. And they still do celebrate this in some places in the Yoruba land, but because the temple has been destroyed, it is just on a tourism level. Yes, it is just on tourism level. It is not based on spiritual level. They are not going there to worship spiritually, but yet they still do this Ifa celebration every year. They do it in Ile-Ife, they do it in they do it in Ekiti, they do it in different places. They celebrate different times. Ọdún Ifa celebration, they still do it up to date. But because history has been destroyed and we don't appreciate all these things again. So those who go there, they only go there based on tourism level. They just go there for tourism, to have fun and all that. So that one is not accepted by Eledumare. But this year, 2025, this year starts the rebuilding of the temple. We are going to rebuild the temple and we'll start worshiping Ifa again. So that is where we should base our concentration on. How we are going to restore the Ifa spirituality, which is the true African spirituality. How we go back to that. Once we start with going back to our spirituality, our natural spirituality, Ifa spirituality, every other problem will be solved. Every other problem that Africa is facing will be solved. Now, when we that we are home in Africa, we are still lost, how do we expect those that are abroad to come home? There are many who are abroad. Even the majority of those who are awake, they are in the diaspora. But they cannot come home now because the home is those who are home are lost. Those who are abroad in the diaspora, they are hoping to come home. They are hoping that home will be a better place, a safer place, so that they can come home. And we that we are home, I mean those who are still asleep, they are trying to run away to abroad, to the synagogue of Satan. You are running to the headquarters of Satan. And mind you, Satan is no issue. That is one of the deceptions. Eshu is not your enemy. For those of you who bind Eshu, Eshu is one of your ancestors. Eshu is only doing his work to test you. Eshu is one of your teachers. One of your ancestors and your teachers, spiritual teacher, to test you if you are going to fall for hate, or you abide by love, you abide by ìwà pẹ̀lẹ́. Ìwà pẹ̀lẹ́ is what Ifa preaches. Just like Jesus preached righteousness. It is the same thing. It is just about twists and turns. Religious twists and turns. Jesus was preaching about righteousness, Christ consciousness. Ifá preaches about ìwà pẹ̀lẹ́, ìwà àti Ifá consciousness and Ifá consciousness. That is being conscious of Ifá. It is the same thing as Christ consciousness. Ifá is the beginning of everything, of creation story. Orunmila is the beginning. When you hear about Krishna, when you hear about Buddha, Jesus, in different cultures, other cultures, Gentile cultures like that, they only change the name, change the story, so that you can follow their way. But every story from other nations about religion, about culture and everything, they all brought out their own culture and religion of today from Ifá. Before we encountered the white men, the Caucasian in Africa, we had our education system, we had a religious system, we have marriage system, we have everything. We have our governing system, we have everything. And presently, I'm traveling to places that are holy sites, that the Bible refers to as the holy sites in Jerusalem, which altogether refers to Jerusalem as a temple. And soon I'll be bringing all those to your, no, to your, I'll be bringing it online with photos and videos. So, in a nutshell, for those of you who don't see me, because I'm now trying to follow the path of my ancestors, our ancestors, trying to follow the belief and culture of our ancestors, trying to rebuild it. For those of you who don't see me as your enemy with that, and who don't see me as a devil, please reach out to me. I need financial support in order to carry on with this journey. I've been doing this all alone since 2020. I've been sacrificing everything. I've not been working, but by God's grace, I've been getting little tokens. And the little tokens, everything I've been getting, I've been using to promote this project. I've been using to work on this project of getting the truth out to the world, to Africa. So I need support. Because of this journey, I am homeless. I'm homeless, I'm familyless, I'm friendless. Because the friends and family that I had, they are religious people. So now they see me as an enemy. So they can't, they will not even support in any way, emotionally, financially, or anything. I've been working non-stop for like 4 years now. Even though I face so many challenges, so many spiritual and physical attacks that is trying to stop me from going on with this project, getting the truth out to the world, to Africa. I've been facing so many challenges, and presently I'm homeless. As I speak to you, I don't have any dime in my account. I struggle to do data, to post all these things I'm doing. I even struggle to eat. It's almost like I'm fasting most of the days. Involuntary fast. I don't even need to fast again because already most of the time I'm already fasting because I find it hard to even feed myself. And yet I have a kid, I have a baby girl that I still have to take care of. So all this, but no support coming from anywhere because of the belief I held on to, because of the truth that I held on to. Nobody is willing to support. So for those of you lovers of truth that are willing to support so that we can continue to get this truth out to as much as possible so that we can all come together sooner in order to face this truth and do what is needed for us to do in order to rebuild the African temple, the African spirituality, to rebuild our culture. So I need support, please. Anybody who doesn't see me as an evil person for doing this, please reach out to me. Send messages. I'll let you know how you can support me financially. Because I don't even have an account. Even the government system, I don't know. I find it hard even to get my NIN, BV and all that. In a nutshell, I don't even have a bank account. I only have OP. That is how worse the attacks I'm facing. I even find it hard to open a bank account. And even to open Cash App and PayPal, in Nigeria here, is not possible from here. So I don't have a means like that of getting funds. But if you reach out to me, if you're willing to support, then maybe you can send through my OP account, or I can find some other means. But at least if you're willing to help, kindly show interest, then I'll let you know how you can help. You can send me a message on my TikTok here, or my Facebook, or my Gmail. I'll post the details. So I really need support in order to carry on with this journey, because there are forces trying to break me so that I don't continue with this journey, but it is still all a test, I know. So mi ò fọ́ like we say in Nigeria. I won't bend. No matter how much you try to bend me, I can't bend. This truth, till the end of my life, is what I will seek, that I will pursue. So please, support and subscribe to my social medias. Subscribe, like, so that all these posts, all these things I'm posting online can get to more people. So please, show your love, show support for the sake of Africa and humanity's liberation, and for the sake of salvation, so that when the new earth comes, we'll all together be there. This present earth, this is nothing compared to what is coming. What we should be looking forward is the new earth that is coming, the Aquarius age, the paradise on earth. That is what we should be looking up to. So forget pursuing money and wealth, fame, all these vain things. And please, when you go online, try to ask questions, seek knowledge that will be benefitable for you. Not following what all these artists and celebrities are doing. That is all just a waste of your time, money, and data. Try to seek knowledge. Almost all of this history that I'm talking about, majority of it you will find online. But the rest that you won't find online, those of us who are working on the truth, seeking out the truth already, we will be bringing it to you. And the rest, you will find yourself by meditating, by praying to Ifa, and asking your ancestors for guidance, praying and asking your ancestors for guidance to guide you to the truth. So by doing all these things, we will definitely survive. We'll get through these hard times. We'll get through these hard times and we'll rebuild the African nation, rebuild the African temple. And our ancestors will be proud of us. Yes. So please subscribe, like, and support this movement, this foundation, this project, financially, emotionally, anyhow you can support. Thank you all. I hope we can really think about all these things I've said. I hope we can really take our time to look into it. If I gbé wa o, love you all.